Welcome back to our maris around the world. We're coming back close to home. We're on session 22. We are going to focus on Africa. So across the African continent, coastal communities are developing locally adapted responses to marine and climate challenges, blending traditional knowledge, small-scale innovation, and ecosystem stewardship.
This session will explore traditional fishery systems in Madagascar, rooted in ancestral practices and local governance, and community-based reef and fisheries management on Pemba Island, Tanzania, integrating monitoring and zoning.
And so for this session, we are lucky to have different speakers with us. And we have right now, Margot Webster, my student at Blue Venture Madagascar.
And then Margot was joined by Gaetan Valerio Huard, who is the executive secretary of the Velandriac Association in Madagascar, and Jean-Bien Ami Davidson, who is the MPA coordinator of Blue Ventures, also Madagascar.
And we hope that Pierre Giliberi will be also able to join us. But it's 7 a.m. in France, so hopefully he will jump in the session. But in case we will just start right now. So thank you for all of three to be there. And I guess we can jump in directly. So maybe if you want to start, Valerio, and to explain a little bit more your work and what you're doing.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me a speech. My name is Valerio. I am as executive secretary Velunjek Association. I mean, like Velunjek is an association created on 2006. At that time, in 2004, there were the decline of marine resource, and the eldest here in our village create little association to make it try the closure system octopus. And that initiative is thanks to NGO Blue Ventures here. So they support us for technical, because the eldest here just use the traditional knowledge. So thanks to them, help us to achieve that activity. And now I'm become staff of the association, and I'm really proud of that, because I'm from here, and Blue Ventures give me the scholarship from primary school until university at Tuliar here in Madagascar. And then when I finish my study, I conduct my research here about how to develop ecotourism in the area of Velunjek. And after that, my perception to back here to work with my community, because it's really my passion. Because when I was a child, young, I am part of the club, environment club in the NGO Blue Ventures. So from that I learned more thing with that club, and then it's become my passion to work with my community. That's why I'm here to coordinate all the activity in Velunjek associations, such as the community-based governance, the community-based in the patrol in our area, and we have also the community-based the law local, because we have law local to applicate if there is someone who makes something wrong in our area. And I think that's all.
Yeah.
I pass. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Valerio. So I think we can go to Bien.
Okay, thanks for giving the floor. So first of all, hello everyone. So as you mentioned during the presentation, my name is Bien. So I'm work for Blue Ventures as CBO support coordinator in MPA value injection. When you talk about the CBO, so it's like a community-based organization, as Valerio said. So you are here to just have three strategies in the Blue Ventures. The one is fund to the CBO, and the second is to provide the training, technical and the organizational capacity to the CBO, and the last one is to do the advocate for the small scale fisheries. So me, I'm here just to give the support to the Velunjek in the two things. The one is like to give the train so that they can do the implementation all of the activity in the PTA work plan, in the year work plan. And the second to advocate the small scale fisheries. That's a little bit about my work here in the Blue Ventures. So actually we are preparing the event 20 plus of Blue Ventures. That means Blue Ventures is created on 2003 here in Andavaduak. So actually we work more than 15 pays in the world. So we are really proud to organize that event here in Andavaduak. The event will be on 26th on Monday. Thank you.
Oh wow, yeah, that's oh yeah. So you're also organizing a big event coming quite soon. Okay. So well, thanks again for being with us. I guess so now I guess Margot also we just go have a glimpse of your project and why you're there with them also at that moment. Just before we're going to have a look at your video. Let's go.
Welcome to southwest Madagascar. This hot and arid region is home to the Vezo, traditional fishers who rely almost entirely on marine resources for their livelihoods. With the help of Blue Ventures, these communities have come together to face the challenges of global change and declining resources, and have created Madagascar's first ever locally managed marine area. Here, fishing communities themselves lead conservation and fisheries management efforts to ensure the sustainability of the marine resources upon which they depend. One aspect of daily life for Vezo women and children is gleaning from marine invertebrates at low tide. Often overlooked, these species are essential to ecosystems as well as food safety and income generation. Through ecological surveys, catch data collection, and socioeconomic interviews, my work here is to characterize the invertebrate gleaning fishery to inform community-led resource management and ensure the sustainability of the Vezo way of life.
Well, thanks for that, Margot.
I guess so. My question can be for Margot, but also for Valerio and Bian as well. Would be in that video you talked about the locally managed MPAs. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the difference between locally managed MPA and maybe a more general MPA, or about like what kind of like additional knowledges and kind of like connections are you trying to bring in or foreground in that?
Sure, I guess I can start and then. So first of all, hi everybody, I'm Margot. I'm really happy to be here with my colleagues and with all of you. Yes, so actually Velunjek Association that we've been talking about. So it's a community-based organization that Valerio works at and Bien is supporting from the Blue Ventures side. It's actually the first LMMA in Madagascar. It was the first LMMA in Madagascar. And now this model has actually been replicated more than 100 times, I think. Yeah. Around Madagascar and to other countries. So it's really great here. We're really at the the start of where it all started, this initiative that is now a bit everywhere. And as Bien was saying, the idea is really for the community to get the capacity in terms of organization, in terms of finance and technical capacity, to be able to organize into an organization and to make the laws themselves. It's based on traditional law, and to basically govern their own LMMA rather than depending on a government to implement an MPA and to enforce the laws. It's the community that's at the heart of everything. But Velunjek has actually now, since when, you will tell me the year, but has now been actually recognized as an MPA. So now it actually has an official MPA status, but it started as a LMMA.
Yeah, so just add about the explication of Margot, and you talk about the MPA or the LMMA. All of here is like LMMA, but the difference is there is the decree from the government, like TZR has and the TZRN. So if the LMMA have the permanent decree, so you can call it like a MPA. So Velunjek has the decree from the government, the permanent decree from the government on 2015. So actually they in the category 5 in the ICN.
Cool. Yeah, okay, I can jump in also. It's just like, because as you said, you already were able to spread it around Madagascar and to other countries. So my question is more like in terms of how does it really work? So it means like when you're coming, do you have to spend time with the local community? Do you speak with them? Is it a will from them and they're approaching you today, or is it more you still going more to them first?
I think that's more a question from Bilan, from Blue Venture side.
Yeah, the question is, yeah.
When you create new LMMAs in Madagascar, is it Blue Ventures that goes and proposes, or is it the community that asks?
Yeah. So this question is, when I said we work with the local communities. So the idea is not from Blue Ventures. For example, actually, there is the initiative from the community to do the closure temporary of the octopus. So it's not Blue Ventures to take the initiative. It's from the local community. So when we want to create new LMMA, so we organize the meeting with the people in the village, in the zone. So we organize the exchange visit and then their LMMA. So via this exchange visit, via the discussion, via the meeting with them, so we give them the time to take the decision to create a new LMMA. So the replies is from the initiative from the local communities.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, and I was just following up on that. What are some of the challenges confronting the local communities that you're working with in terms of like climate change or sustainability?
C'est quoi les challenges de la communauté en termes
de climatique?
Yeah, just additional information as been explained before, like Blue Ventures not make decision before the community. Here, the community is first. That's why we speak like community-based organization. So when we talk about community-based organization, we like, as Margot have finished her internship. Margot make like yesterday she make an feedback data for us, and then after that we conduct us to our community, and after that the community make the decision what we should do if that is the result. So that is our org here. And when we talk about climate change, we felt like the people who live in the coast of Madagascar is vulnerable about climate change. But when we talk the Veg people, what is the characteristic of the Veg people? The Veg people is when you look the face of the Veg people, you don't see that the Veg people have problem, because the face of the Veg always smiling, always happy with that, but inside there is a kind of suffering thing with the climate change. But it's that is the characteristic of the Veg. And now in the Veg Association we org what is the alternative livelihoods for the community. So we have beekeeping, we have seaweed farming, we have sea cucumber farming, and the last one now, not bien, Blue Ventus and the Belgic org about how to promote the ecotourism, because our areas have a big opportunity for the ecotourism, and now we org on that. And then nowadays we have land. The Belgic have land, and then we build five bungalows, and we call that Ecology Belgic. And why we create that? Because as I mentioned before, I conduct my research here about how to develop ecotourism, and after that we have perception like what if we make homestay? Homestay means like we create that for the women community in our village to make host the client or the visitor. So because the question is why the Vaza people or foreigner come to Madagascar? That is the big question. And when we answer that, the foreign come to Madagascar to discover the culture, what is the Malagasy people live like that. We create the homestay, we create Ecology Belgique to host the foreign people, because when they go to the big hotel is good, comfortable, but it seems like abroad. But we create homestay and Ecology Belgique to make them involved to our community, and in our community they could learn how is the daily life of the Veg people. So that is maybe my friend can add.
So just brief. When you talk about the climate change, the local communities feel that there is the climate change, but actually it's like a big challenge for us to do the data collection. Like in the sea, there is the scientific said that there is something like a camera or something else to put in the sea so that we can see the variation of the change of the reef. But here in the local community, via observation, we see like decrease of the frequency to do the activity fishing in the sea. So the communities feel it. But there's something that makes us very happy. If there is the cyclone here, our community can have the fish and can have the accompaniment, because we put together with them like management measures like seagrass no-take zone or the reef no-take zone. So it's really important for the community to put this no-take zone.
Okay, thanks. No, it's really interesting everything that you're saying, and also these different solutions, or not solution. I think it's just like elements you're putting in place also with the model. I guess maybe to your Margot, then maybe on your experience going to Madagascar, but also I will link it also to another part of Africa with Tanzania and Pemba, because you were also there, and so you are working always with the local communities. Can you share a little bit more of this experience?
Sure. Yeah. The big difference, so I did my first year internship in Pemba with Blue Alliance Marine Protected Areas. So it's the same region of the world. There's a lot of similarities. It's coastal communities that are vulnerable, like Valerio said, and also that are quite dependent on the sea. The big difference, I would say, is in the governance. With Blue Alliance, it was a co-governance with the government. So it was a MPA, and they were sharing governance. And Blue Alliance was kind of making the link with the community, but the community wasn't making the decisions themselves, wasn't patrolling themselves. Whereas here in Madagascar, as we've been saying this whole time, it's really the community that's making all of the decisions, and that's in charge of the implementation and everything. And Blue Ventures has a supporting role and a capacity building role. So that's the first big difference. And then also I would say that here the coastal communities in Pemba were very dependent on the sea, but I think the level of link between the community and the sea here, it doesn't get much higher than here in Southwest Madagascar. As you saw in the video, the Vezo people, it's really their entire livelihood depends on the sea. In some villages, it's over 99% of their dietary protein. It's almost 90% of the income of households. So it's really linked with their lives and their cultural identity. So it makes all the work that is being done here that much more important, and also that much more important that the communities have a central role in everything that they do.
That's super interesting. Well, I just like, yeah, that's really great. And I guess, yeah, developing all this aquaculture. And when you say that, so is it also like they're developing their own little aquaculture on every locally MPA they're creating, or is just like they are sharing then after this idea of aquaculture they're developing? Because you talk about different aquaculture that you're developing, the seaweed with sea cucumber and everything. So I was just wondering if it's something that is shared between communities, or is it just like locally every time?
Yeah, when we talk about MPA Velunjik, there were 33 villages associated in the association Velunjik, and covered like 63 985 hectares the area. And our area divide free zone. There is north zone, central zone, and the south zone. And when we talk about the seaweed farming, that is in the focus on the south zone. In the south zone, there is 10 villages, and all villages do that seaweed farming, and there is collaboration with Ocean Farmer. That is the society tech who buy the seaweed from our community. And before we have two village when we talk about the sea cucumber farming. And now it's left one in the north of the village, in the north zone. And ecotourism, we make it for all the zone in the Velinjeke area.
Okay, well, cool.
Perhaps,
yeah.
I was gonna say perhaps we could play. We can go back here, but maybe play the video from Astrid.
Yeah, that's true.
So just to have, we have another student who's currently doing an internship in South Africa, just to get her experience, and then we can jump back to you guys to maybe have like a final takeaway. So in the minute or so of this video, maybe you can be thinking about what your takeaway messages for us might be.
Yeah, we're jumping a little bit of this subject and going with shark tagging, but doing in South Africa.
Sodwana Bay, located on South Africa's east coast, is home to sharks and other marine megafauna, making it a hotspot for divers and researchers. Hi, I'm Astrid Badleben, a first-year Maris Master student at Université Côte d'Azur and currently doing an internship at Shark Life in Sodwana Bay, a marine conservation NGO that's been dedicated to protecting sharks since 2005. Shark Life relies on interns and volunteers, offering rare field experience and a real chance to contribute to marine science. As an intern, I gained hands-on experience in marine biology, doing lots of different fieldwork like assembling broths, conducting fish ID service, and assisting with ongoing research projects. My main project is analyzing how human marine activity like scuba diving impacts ragtooth sharks' abundance and behavior. Shark Life provides an invaluable opportunity to gain hands-on experience while actively contributing to the conservation of marine ecosystems.
Okay, so this session is kind of like coming towards an end. So we're wondering if maybe before we go, if you could give us like a 30-second takeaway message, both about maybe the kind of like the work you're doing in Madagascar, but also about what you might want thinking about UNOC, about some of the sustainable development goals, about what message you might want to bring to the kind of like the gathering in these.
Sure. Yes, I think that one of the best things that is being done here in Madagascar with Blue Ventures approach, again, is putting the fishers first. They are the main stakeholders, and I think that something like 90% or 80%, but a very high percentage of the fishers in the world are small-scale fishers, and they live in coastal areas, mostly in developing countries, and they are the main stakeholders. They are entirely linked to the sea, and their livelihoods are dependent on that, but there are voices that we maybe don't hear enough. And so I think that local governance, shared governance, co-governance, those models should gain more weight because these communities should be at the center of all these decisions. And I think that in the context of UNOC, we're mostly talking about very high-level commitments and cross-country collaboration and diplomacy. But I think it's important to remember as well who are the people whose lives are dependent on the marine resources, and to give a voice to all these communities, and to kind of think of how NGOs and the private sector can help these communities by giving them technical capacity and organizational capacity and finances to help them ensure the sustainability of their resources.
Thank you. And Valerio, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, here, like as we mentioned, like Velinjek is an association, and maybe the question is like, where we find money to achieve our activity, like patrol, like community-based and governance, and like the community-based about the local law. So nowadays when we talk about the handover between Blue Volunteers and the Volunteer Association, as bien mentioned, like Blue Volunteers come here in Andavaduk in 2003, and the association created on 2006. So that's why bien also mentioned, like after tomorrow we celebrate 20 anniversary for that. So they give us the small sub grant. Like before last year we have Vitol, and now they give us Light Foundation. So it means like we have spent the last grant well done, and then they are happy with the Volunteer Association local association to achieve that all the activity in our association. And here we very proud of the BV Blue Volunteers approach, because we felt like the community-based organization is really important, because it is the key for the key driver for the lasting conservation. Because when we talk about the community-based an organization, like me, I'm local people from here, and then I'm working for the association, and we have also the science team who they make ecological monitoring. So they are local people from here, and that's why I'm talking about the community-based organization, very important, because we are born here, we are grow up here, and we are all here, not thinking to go anywhere. We just work with our community. That is the difference, because if there is the people who from another village or another town to come here, maybe he spend 3 years, maybe he spend 1 year, and after that left. There is no continuation of the work. So I think like Volunteer Association is considered a model of the LLMA here in Madagascar. Even if I think in abroad there is no approach like that. So thanks a lot to NGO Blue Volunteers. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and then their explication, another sub-grant. So the question is why Blue Volunteers should give the sub-grant to the CBO. The CBO, they know more than us. If we are the research, if you are the do the research, the village people, the local people, they born in the sea and so they know more than us. That's the first thing. And then the second is the secretary executive. So they are from in the village. So actually more than 90% of the staff all in the from the Volunteer Association. So there is the connectivity between the local community and then the staff executive. So we give the sub-grant to the CBO. What? We have just 4 pillars activity. The one is the security right. The second, the community-based fisheries management. they feared like financial inclusion and they food security. So they use the money from the Blue Ventures to implement the activity in this 4 pillars. But under the sub-grant, we have to think, like have the money from the promoting the ecotourism, and then another organization who give the money to the Velungiac Association.
Okay. Well, thanks for all this information, all these insights, for sharing all of that. It was really super great to have you. We all have people also online following us, and they're just like wants to thank you also for the insights. So Juliette, Armeni, maybe for all of the aquaculture you're doing, and also people saying like great work for all of you. So I want to thank you again for being with us. We're not done.
Yeah.
Not yet. Almost also. So again, thank you so much, Valerio, Margot, Bien. Thank you for being with us. I'm sorry we do have to jump to the next one, but it was a pleasure to have you. Yeah, we're on the dance mode.